All right. So as you know, we've been working really hard on commands. I did update Skyward this morning. So I put in a couple more grades. I put in your Nearpod. I feel like I'm frozen. Anybody hear me? Wait a minute. Okay, so I was just saying, I did update Skyward this morning. I put in a couple grades for your Nearpod that you were supposed to do on Monday during your like e-learning day. And then I put in a command practice from the textbook. So you had actually two that you were supposed to be working on. So I did put those in Skyward. In a few minutes, you can check if you are missing something, because mostly I had all A's. Now I have, it's a little more mixed because some of you didn't turn your stuff in. So again, my policy I said this semester is I'll take things for about a week. So if you're missing something, turn it in. I would suggest, especially in the Nearpod in the textbook, I don't get an alert that you've turned that in. So if you turn it in late, send me a message and be like, Miss Elverly, I just turned in my textbook assignment. Can I please have a few points for it? And I will go back and look at it. Otherwise, I might not even know that you turned it in because I can't, it's hard. It's not like you're handing me a paper. Okay, so I do want you to check on that and get me anything you can. Let's keep our grades going strong here. You do have a quiz coming up on Friday over commands. So that's really our focus. We did positive commands last week. We started negative commands this week. We're going to do a quick review on what that means. And then I'm going to give you a little activity to work on the rest of the period. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up your notes from yesterday. If you want to grab your own notes, feel free to do that. If you want to go to class resources, remember your notes are always under class resources, but I'll just go ahead and share them since we are talking together here. So let's do a quick refresh, and I'm going to need some volunteers. So get ready to get your hand up and get yourself a point as we talk this through. So like I said, last week, we started out with positive to commands. These are informal commands, right? You use with friends and family. So that's the first thing you need to know. So tell me, how do I form a positive to command? Can I get a quick hand? Positive to command. I just have one step. You're looking at it, so read it and raise your hand and get a quick point. Alex, what's the one step?
You put it in the LAS TED form.
Right here. Just goes in the he, she form. Okay. Now, negative commands, I gave you 3 rules yesterday, so it's a little more involved. So somebody tell me the 3 rules. You can literally just read them off there if you like. Malia.
Put the verb in the yo form, drop the O, use the opposite ending plus S. Do I need to say the part in the parentheses?
No, that's okay.
Okay, and then add a note in front of the verb.
Perfect. Okay. So yo form, drop the O, opposite ending plus S, put a no in front. Okay. So it's a little more involved there. And here were a bunch of examples we did yesterday. And then I reminded you about car and gar. You have some little spelling changes, not stem changes, spelling changes. To get the G, you need to have a GU, and to get the K, you need a QU. And then here were a bunch of examples. And honestly, the negatives are all regular, except for ir and ser, as long as you remember to do the yo form. Ago, tango, pongo, vengo, salgo, digo, you're going to get it right. All right. And then you just have to remember no vayas and no seas. So I will want you to make sure your notes are handy when you do this activity that I'm about to show you that you're going to work on. Okay. So again, either you have your notes somewhere or they are under class resources. All right. So I am going to go to your current lesson and show you what I want you to work on for the rest of the period. And then I'm really just going to let you work on it unless you have questions for me. So I bet it's not even published yet. So I know you're anxiously awaiting what you get to do. All right. So under today's current lesson, okay, just look at it with me. You don't have to go there yet. Okay. Give me 2 minutes and then you can get to it. So it says para estar en forma. Somebody want to tell me real quick hand? What does that mean? Para estar en forma. Estar en forma is one of your vocab words. What are we talking about? What's this vocab about? Para estar en forma. Somebody grab your vocab or Google it. If you're not sure, get your hand up. Para estar en forma. All of your vocab is centered around Caleb?
To be informed.
Yes, or kind of like literally it is form. Go ahead, Anna, say what you wrote it. Go ahead, Anna, just unmute and say what you wrote for me.
To be in shape.
Yeah, so it's like in form, yes, that's literally what it is, but we use that expression in Spanish to be in shape, right? Para estar en forma, to be in shape, or en buena forma, to be in good shape. Okay, so you click the link, and now I'm going to publish it, so you can click the link on your own in a minute. But for now, just look with me anyway. All right, I've got a little 20, JK, 20-point assignment that I'm going to have you work on today. You have the whole period to work on it, and then you can finish it up for homework if you don't finish it in class. All right, so it says, ¿Qué necesitas hacer para estar en forma? ¿Qué no debes hacer para estar en forma? So what do you need to do to be in shape? What should you not do to be in shape? All right, so here's what you're going to do. It says, vas a hacer una lista en español de 5 cosas que necesitas hacer y 5 cosas que no debes hacer. All right, quiero 5 mandatos. Those are our commands. Mandatos is the word for commands. Quiero 5 mandatos positivos y 5 mandatos negativos en español. Okay, so somebody want to give me the gist of number 1? What am I asking you to do? What did I just read to you about in number 1? Again, for a quick hand here. What's the basis of this assignment? Hello? Hello? Help us out. What is number 1 saying? Anyone? Anyone? Malia's going to start us off. It doesn't have to be perfect. Malia, give us the gist. You got it. You got it. It's really not that hard. Everyone's just being quiet.
Are we making a list of 5? What is COSAS?
Things.
5 things that we need.
That you need to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you need to do, and then 5 things that you
don't need to, or yeah, you don't need to do, or you
shouldn't do. Okay, so 5 things you need to do and 5 things you shouldn't do. To do what? What's the big umbrella thing? Somebody else. In order to be what? Come on, guys, you gotta help, otherwise it's gonna take too long. Destiny.
To be in shape.
Yeah, to be in shape, right? That's what this whole thing is. So you're going to come up with a list, 5 things you should do and 5 things you shouldn't do. But you're not just going to say you need to or you should do. I want 5 commands, right? Positive commands telling me do this, do this, do this, do this, right? And then I want 5 commands telling me not to do something, right? So just like the first thing that comes to mind, I would say something like, if I want you to exercise, I could say do exercise. Or I could say, I don't know, sleep 8 hours or eat healthy foods, right? Things you don't want to do, don't eat junk food. Maybe you want to say, I don't know, don't stay up all night. All right. So things that you can do to be healthy. All right, now there's one other part of this. It says, usa 10 palabras or verbos diferentes de tu lista de vocabulario en los mandatos. So I want you to use 10 expressions, different expressions or verbs from your vocab list. All right, so I put a link here to your vocab. I want you to make sure that you are looking at it. There's tons of words that all have to do with health. So I think if you look at it, that'll give you ideas, and then you base your commands around that. So when I say 10 words, the words can be the command, the words can be a part of it. Like if I say eat healthy food, well, the eat is not actually a part of your vocab, but the healthy food would be a part of your vocab. Okay, so each one needs to have something to do with your vocab. And last part, incluye por lo menos 5 dibujos para ilustrar los mandatos. All right, it says puedes dibujarlos or usar clip art, however you want to do that. So the last thing I'm looking for, what? Somebody want to tell me what are 5 dibujos? Dibujos. 5 what? Leila.
Commands.
They're not commands. Good try. You do need 5 positive commands and 5 negative commands. It's the last part. Dibujos, Derek?
Drawings.
Yeah, drawings or pictures. So that's why I said you can draw them or you can use clip art. All right. Now, how are you going to put this together? I don't care. You could draw this and just write it out on a piece of paper, take a picture of it and submit it. Okay. Or you could do a Google slide or slides or something like that. All right. Here's the most important thing. And I want everybody to listen to this, especially if you didn't have me first semester, because I don't want you to get a 0. It says no uses. There's a command right there. No uses Google Translate. Okay. Or no vas a recibir puntos. I'm really strict about this because Google Translate defeats the whole purpose. I really want it very simple. I really want you to look at your vocab, pick a verb, pick a vocab word, put it together. Okay. If you need to look up a word here and there, fine, 1 or 2 words, but I do not want you to write these out and Google Translate them. Okay. I will not give you points for that. It should all be super simple: verb, positive command, verb, negative command, and a little bit of vocab. Okay. I don't want anything fancy. Fancy gets you no points. And so really, like I said, 5 positive, 5 negative, make sure they're using 10 words total. So 1 word in each command from your vocab list, and make sure they're different. Okay. And then 5 pictures. You can do more than 5 pictures, but I want at least 5. And then you're going to upload it right here for 20 points. So it's a nice chunk of points. I will be looking for your command. Is it correct? So if it's irregular, use your notes. Make sure you get your word right. And then just does it make sense? Do you use vocab? Do you have 5 pictures? Questions for me? Okay. So I'm happy to give you the rest of the class to work. You got about a half hour to get that taken care of. If you don't, I do want you to finish it up tonight. And I would like you to submit it, by class tomorrow. So then tomorrow we can really just make sure you're ready for your quiz on Friday. Okay. So before you leave the Zoom, which you can, number 1, okay, obviously you're using your time right now to work on this 20-point activity. Number 2, though, feel free to go back and check Skyward. And if you are missing something, go ahead and also work on that and send me a message if and when you complete something. Yeah, I think that's it. Do you have any questions for the good of the group before I let you go? Does that make sense? Okay. If you do have a question, feel free to stick around on the Zoom. Otherwise, go get to it, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hasta luego.